So hello and welcome one and all to the chills and hopefully the thrills of this snowy evening. Teams here passionately supported, but this is going to be a testing evening. The conditions will require of them something just a little bit more.
Welcome the two sides.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Begley.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Lineup. Number one.
Fulham have chosen to go 4-3-3.
Number
How do you
three.
see it?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
So straight into the action. Tete. And it's Smith Rowe. Now Reed.
Oh, great feat, that.
And here's Muniz. And he's managed to get free. Moore. Looking to play him in. Moore! And now they can clear their lines.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Smith Rowe. Berger. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Berger gets on his bike and on the move. He's beaten the last man. This looks promising. Chukwueze is onto it in a flash. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Berger. That's good running with the ball. Knocks it into space. And that was nowhere near his best.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Fulham yet to have an attempt on goal. Smith Rowe. And here's Muniz. Smith Rowe. Oh, this is a terrific run. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Robinson. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Oh, some astute defending there. Smith Rowe cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Chukwueze picks it up out wide. Well read, and the danger is averted. Sterling. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
The goal scorer
Fulham have taken the lead.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And he's in on goal. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And there's green grass ahead of him. Reed gets over and intercepts. Bassi.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Oh, he refuses to take the bait. Reed did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Nice physical challenge. Smith Rowe. Nicely weighted ball. Robinson finding himself in space. And a shot!
There will be 1 minute added time.
Aimed beyond the defence. And the finish! And he hits the net! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Number 20.
There was to be only one outcome.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
That is all they have time for. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break.
Please welcome our players, everyone.
So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's been an intriguing watch. A really nice contrast of styles that seem to suit both teams pretty well. Who's ultimately going to win it? It's anyone's guess still.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Now it's Muniz. Rodrigo Muniz proves just a little bit too strong. And here's Iwobi. And it's Smith Rowe. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Oh, this looks sharp. Nice bit of trickery. He has found the way through. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Anderson. And it's Robinson. And Smith Rowe. Great vision. Showing good feet. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Bassi. Anderson. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. That has been slung wide. He's found the way through. Well, played right into his path. Sterling. And he's forced to go back.
The attendance for this match was 28,599.
Fulham have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Berger. Robinson. Lobs him off it and wins back the ball. Robinson, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. that's well seen too. Tries to pass it through. Space for him to turn and look. Driven in. Cleared away.
Substitution on the field. Number
Fulham
32.
with the corner. There first.
Smith-Rowe. Number 19.
And it's hoisted clear.
Coming on the field. Number 24. Number 14.
Great chance!
Substitutions taking
What
place.
an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Sterling. Diomande. Throw in. Fulham have opted to make another change here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Berg. Coming on the field is
Reed.
number 20.
Lukic. And he's being shifted off it. Robinson. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Lukic. And Bassi. And it's Lukic. King. Spread to the right.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Tete. And it's Lukic. King. It will be. A game with so much to recommend it. He's having a hit! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Oh, looking, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Substitution.
Corner number 2 then. That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
So we have movement on both benches.
Substitution
You
on
have
the
to
field.
admire his willingness to
Number
keep plugging away,
33,
but the manager has done him a
Robinson.
big favour, I think, by
Coming on to
taking him off.
replace him
He was looking
is
very, very leggy.
Number 30, Ryan Sessegnon. Substitution in progress.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tete.
Look, there has to be more
Nearly
urgency
3
here. The
minutes
ball has to
added
get to
time.
the other end much faster.
The final seconds now. Shot could be on. He's shifting. Real chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Oh, that could be pivotal! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Rangers found a way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question. How long is there left, including stoppages?
Oh, he's caught him now. It's a free kick. And we're done. Fulham pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and it just created a kind of negative vibe around the whole.
So hello and welcome one and all to the chills and
Hello,
hopefully the
everybody,
thrills
and
of this
welcome.
snowy evening. Teams here passionately supported, but this is going to be a testing evening. The conditions will require of them something just a little bit more. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're very much on the way now. Well timed, excellent interception. Jeremy Pino.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
It's very hard to overlook.
Takes a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And they can counter here. That's a good foray he's making. Threads one in. It's a promising position. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Munoz. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Takes the shot! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
So it is still 0-0. Riyad. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. And it's Wharton. Hughes. Wharton. Can he finish? Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, such a fabulous run, and he was fully intent on rounding it off in some style. Great strength, wonderful skill, terrific balance, but he seems to have rushed the finish.
Lacroix. And here's Mateta. Nice control. Crystal Palace have it back and can go again. Jeremy Pino. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Lacroix stood his ground strongly. Lacroix with the slide tackle there. Cleared away.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He has found the way through.
That's good play from him.
Lacroix kept his eye on it, and he's there. Jeremy Pino could move up a gear here. And Wharton. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Oh, he's been caught napping! Uche.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Mateta, and it's Munoz. He'll try from distance! That's a good ball out wide. And he's being shifted off it. Some good work on the right flank here. Oh, that's a key interception. Over to the right flank. And the return pass. Distributed tidily. Cross into the box. Henderson claims it. That's the end of the first 45. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
Just a quick request today for everybody
to please kindly remove any
cars parked
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well, and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Crystal Palace clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Nicely spread. Munoz. Oh, nice touch. Tries one from range. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Tries to get it clear. Ball's gone out of play. Riyad. He won't be happy with that one. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. That has been cut short. Jeremy Pino. Hughes. Uche. Nicely weighted ball. And he shoots!
Munoz really was well marshalled
The
there
attendance
because he
for
was
this match
denied the
was
opportunity to
17,007.
turn.
This looks promising. Hoisted. Oh, great leap! But he's left disappointed.
That is a really good
Substitution
chance
in
missed,
progress.
Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
And it's Munoz. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now this could be a chance, surely! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
So much has happened in this game, but still no goal.
Yes, and it's been far from uneventful. We've had a healthy amount of attempts at goal from both teams, and with this kind of ambition, we may not have to wait too long.
Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Jeremy Pino. That's a smashing touch to get him away. He's going for goal! Missed by a fraction.
Substitution on the field. Number 12.
So we have movement
Coming
on
on
both
the field
benches.
is
It's pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players.
Substitutions
So
taking place.
substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
Classy. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. More and more pressure on the ball here. He's a sharp little ball here. Spread neatly, bops him off it and wins back the ball.
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
Two coaches are
Number
signalling
14.
changes here, both at the same
Metodo.
time.
Coming on the field. Number
It's really well
11.
cleared.
Johnson. Number 22. Substitution.
Skims one in.
AZ clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Crystal Palace are still in search of that breakthrough goal. Great vision. Shot could be on. Great chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Crystal Palace making further changes here and in quick succession.
Substitution on
Well,
the
his stamina
field.
was called into question
Number
then, but
10.
there's absolutely nothing
Jeremy
wrong with his
Pino.
heart and the efforts
Coming
he put
on
in.
to
He was
replace
very
him
willing,
is
though not quite
number
able.
3. Mitchell.
Lacroix. And it's Hughes. And Wharton. Oh, that is a good shoot! And he's taking no chances there.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Quick look, thought about cutting inside. And he welcomes it in. Munoz. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And it's Munoz. And the pass is intercepted. So 90 minutes have come and gone. It's going to be extra time. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Yeah, neither side has anything to show for some splendid effort, and they certainly aren't showing any signs of easing off, so we remain optimistic.
So a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance. Well, we are already up and running again. And he's picked it up out wide. Just too much on that. That'll be a throw. Played towards the front line.
Crystal Palace are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Mitchell gets into a good position. And the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Classy. The ball has bounced loose now. Munoz. Classy wins the duel this time. And it's Kamada. Knocks it into space. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile. The man pulling the strings.
Choose. Coming on the field is number 28, Doucouré. Substitutions taking place.
Wharton. Munoz. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Oh, well played. Kamada. Wharton.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
So there's the whistle, and we will have
Just a quick
brief
reminder
break.
today, please refrain from parking
So
outside
15
the
minutes to
stadium.
find a winner,
Thank you
but
very
is
much
there
for your
anything
cooperation.
left in the tank? And we're off for the final time. 105 minutes of deadlock, 15 minutes to break it. And it's Mitchell. And the shot! Oh, what has happened here? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Lacroix. And it's Doucouré. Opts for safety. Extraordinarily, it is still goalless here. This was supposed to be a one-sided game. Out towards the flank. Mitchell does well to get it back. Crystal Palace can't breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Chance for a shot! It's hit the upright. That pass has been well intercepted. Picked out brilliantly. It's gone out for a throw-in.
Substitution on the field, number 20. Coming on to replace him is
Lerma.
number 8, Jefferson Lerma. Substitution in progress.
And Johnson. Now it's Kamada. He's on it. Can he get away? Johnson! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
There it is, the whistle. No avoiding penalties. So after all of that, what can we say?
Both sets of players have run themselves into the ground here, Peter. And as extra times go, I think I'll remember this for a while.
So here comes the ultimate pressure moment. Penalties are imminent. An exchange of stares, and we're ready to go. And no mistake.
That's the example they will want to follow. Yeah, good pen that.
He had to, and he did. So on to the second man.
Well, you can't approach a penalty with any doubt, or you'll have to rely on luck.
Oh, sent him the wrong way.
Good penalty. The keeper might have done him a favour in committing just a bit early.
We're on to number 3 here. Never in doubt.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
Classy is the third man to step forward. And it's 3-3. Lerma is fourth up. No! Denied remarkably. Oh, keeper looked very big there.
Gamesmanship or not, Peter, whatever he did worked a treat.
Just strokes it in, saw the keeper moving.
Yeah, looked so confident as well. The keeper's notes didn't help him then.
This to stay in it. No, he's missed, and that is it. Crystal Palace fall short in the lottery that is the penalty shootout. As cruel So the ground throws open its gates and embraces all comers, despite less than perfect conditions. A warm welcome to all of you on what is, in fact, a very, very cold night, and snow here will play its part in the match. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it. Well, in the eye! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
And the eye clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, David Alaba. One of the most versatile players out there. He's just got so much positional awareness and intelligence. He can basically do a job anywhere on this pitch. He's got fabulous technique too, especially with his delivery.
Can he finish? He scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Gay. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And here's Arnautovic. Kamara, and the counter is on. Good running, strong and purposeful. Engages and forces him off the ball. Baumgartner. Juve. He's found a way through. That's good play. This is promising. And here's Mane. Chance for a shot! And no mistake! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! You don't keep those out. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter. While many might have just lashed out at him, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Senegal are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal?
Oh, shooting chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Senegal find a position of real strength now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
It's a promising position. Gay. No foul, says the referee. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Gregoric. Now it's Sabitzer. Senegal have scored 2 quick goals here. Sabitzer simply refused to be outdone there. Now, what about a counter-attack? Kamara. And it's Mane. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Sabitzer, over to the right flank. Austria do have a chance to counter here. Sarr. And Senegal can counter. To Gay. Gregoric. Arnautovic. All played for Baumgartner. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Kamara. Sabitzer. Now it's Gregoric. Look at this. And Arnautovic! And that is a truly outstanding save.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but...
Arnautovic! And that's a sharp finish. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Austria may be down, but not out just yet. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And here's Arnautovic. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Oh, that's well spotted. Nicely weighted ball. Foot in. Gregoric. Looking for the run.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Lovely ball. It's a goal! And on the stroke of half-time, a priceless goal. Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Senegal up by the odd goal in a 5-goal thriller. Score at the interval, 3-2. And so the action is resumed. Now it's Ndiaye. Now it's Arnautovic. And this is Arnautovic. Now it's Baumgartner. And it's Kamara. Can he get away here? Decent chance! That is delicious! He's got himself an absolute peach. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion.
But pour l'équipe du Sénégal.
Composed, confident.
Après
What a
49
super
minutes
goal.
de jeu,
That's great disguise he got
Le
on that
numéro
finish
8.
too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess
What a
the
goal.
wrong thing to do.
What
Made him
a
look a bit
goal.
silly, Peter.
Unbelievable. Oh, what a goal. Can we just watch this goal? Absolutely beautiful. Oh. Even the goalkeeper is shocked. Amazing. I want to watch it one more time. Can we just watch this goal one more time? Look at this, amazing. Caesar feint Bam. Oh, Lord. Look at the goalkeeper. Even the goalkeeper is shocked. Amazing. Amazing goal.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
He's had it taken off him. Juve venturing down the left. Alaba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Arnautovic. Posh. Now it's Baumgartner. He is through here. That is a brilliant interception.
Senegal are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
He's got away. Now it's Mane. He's picked his way through, and he shoots! He's got it all!
Another one. Beautiful.
And they are disappearing out of sight.
Beautiful.
That is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he went every bit of that feature and had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Senegal, palpably stronger, better, superior.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Searching passes played there, and he was alert to it.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Posh. Gay looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him.
Driving forward, and here's Jackson. Baumgartner. Now it's Arnautovic. And it's Koulibaly. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Changement pour le Sénégal. Le numéro 13. À sa place, le numéro 27. Changement en cours.
Senegal still have the cards to affect this game. Gay. Sarr. And it's Camara. Camara powering forward here. Alaba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. This is a promising build-up. He's had a shot! Goal! Here's utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness.
truly wonderful strike,
But
decorated
l'équipe du
with dip
Sénégal.
and curl. Well, it's one of
Après
those, Peter,
75
when you've got to
minutes de
take
jeu,
your hat off and just say,
Le
too
numéro
good.
11.
Austria have opted to make another change here.
Attention.
Well, he's going to
changement.
inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Sabitzer, he's in plenty of space here. Terrific effort! And he's missed it.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team
Changement
commits
pour le
too many
Sénégal.
numbers forward. You can't
Le
help
numéro
but leave
11.
some gaps at the back.
Le numéro 8. À leur place, le numéro 9. Le numéro 7.
Mbaye running with the ball. Oh, now real chance! Off the post! He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Sarr. Mane. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's a good ball out wide. Sarr. Can he get it through? Oh, that is a good ball to find him. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Koulibaly. And Jude. And the finish! And that's it! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness
But
on the
l'équipe
ball, and that
d'Autriche,
probably wouldn't have happened,
après
but still,
90
it was
minutes de
very
jeu
well
par
played. Great pressure
le
to
numéro
force the error.
22. Changement pour le Sénégal.
Well, they may be down,
numéro 10.
but they're in no mood to go
Pour le
quietly.
remplacer, le numéro 21. Temps additionnel, 5 minutes.
Well, that is one way to stop him. And that's been won straight back. Oh, that's fabulous. Lima. Sabitzer. And that's it. Senegal really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, thanks to Jim
Votre
alongside
attention,
me,
s'il vous
and as the
plaît,
fans
chers
make their way
spectateurs.
home, so must we.
Nous vous rappelons de
Good
bien
evening to you.
surveiller vos enfants pendant toute la durée du